Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nur Elisa Balkis Anwar Zahid. I will introduce to you about both the plantation Sdn Bhd. So, both the plantation Sdn Bhd was founded at year 1929 by J.A. Russell, and now the CEO of the company is Caroline Russell. Both the plantation Sdn Bhd was the first tea factory and the largest, and also it was the oldest tea garden in Malaysia. Furthermore, both the plantations Sdn Bhd was the most iconic attraction in Cameron Highlands because they offer a holistic tea experience against beautiful views and scenery of undulating tea fields. So, the visitors can have a sip of delicate, rich, and freshly brewed tea while enjoy the nature of the plantation. Besides, both the plantations Sdn Bhd unveil new teas together because of the increasing demand for variety by tea drinkers. The company introduced a product like instant tea mix drinks such as teh tarik kurang manis, such as green tea, garden teas, and more, and each product has developed its own fan base of tea lovers. Additionally, both also putting in tremendous effort to adopt sustainable packaging for all of their products. They use more eco-friendly packaging like recyclable sachets and bottles because they want to reduce wastage. So that's all about both tea plantation.
Hi, my name is Nur Anisabira binti Sama'a. I represent about basic economic concepts. First, scarcity. Both the plantation has a scarcity in which is the company want to produce black tea or green tea. Second, choice. Due to scarcity, both the plantation made a choice to prefer black tea instead of green tea. It is because demand of black tea. Last, opportunity cost. Since the company want to save a cost of production, they decide to produce black tea and they have to let go green tea. Opportunity cost is the second best alternative that has to be forgone for another choice which gives more satisfaction. So, the opportunity cost of the company is local labor. Let's moving on to basic economic problem. First, what to produce. Both the plantation Sdn Bhd will produce black tea and green tea. The demand of black tea is more than a demand for green tea because black tea can add digestion as it is rich in abundant tannins, anti-inflammatory properties, and other chemicals that have a positive and relaxing effect on the digestive system. Second, how much to produce. Both the plantation Sdn Bhd will produce more black tea instead of green tea due to higher demand for black tea. Besides, both the plantation Sdn Bhd will require cheaper resources with good and have an excellent quality without wastage using all the available resources. Next, how to produce. Both plantations will use the cheapest method of production by higher fractional labor to collect the tea leaf. Other than that, both also use machines to process tea leaves from fermentation tea leaves to pack the goods. Last, for whom to produce. Both tea Sdn Bhd focus on exporting their teas to local consumers that includes all significant other than foreign consumers, but as Malaysia is a part of nation rich history and authentic diversity, both Sdn Bhd also expands their business to foreign countries like USA, Germany, and Singapore.
I will present to you about demand and law of demand. What is demand? Demand is defined as the different quantities of goods or services which buyers are willing and able to buy at different possible prices in each period of time. So the law of demand states that when the price of goods itself increases, the quantity demanded for the goods will fall. And when the price of the goods decreases, the quantity demanded of the goods will increase. In other words, the law of demand shows inverse relationship between the quantity demanded and the price of the goods itself. It has a negative relationship between the price and the goods. This is a demand scale. A demand scale shows a series of alternative possibilities of quantity being demanded. So, this is the example of demand scale of both tea plantation. This table shows that you can see that when the price increasing, the quantity demanded of the black tea decreases. That show the negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. So you can see this graph, and it was the result of the demand scale in the table. So next, I will tell you about determinants of demand. Determinant of demand have two factors. One is non-price factor and two price factor. Price factor happen when it's because the price is set. For example, as price rise, the quantity demanded decrease. As price falls, the quantity demanded increases. Price factors show the negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. Price factor different with the non-price factor because the non-price factor happen when the goods have a substitute goods. Substitute goods is a goods that can serve as replacements of one another, such as we can give example, tea and coffee. Coffee is a substitute goods of the coffee because when the price of coffee increase, demand for the others goes down, and when the price of the tea increase, demand for the others go up. But the non-price factors also happen when the goods have a complement goods. Complement goods are goods that go together. For example, the tea and sugars. When the price of tea increase, the quantity demanded of sugar also increase, and when the price of tea decrease, the quantity demanded of sugar also decrease. That's why the tea and sugar is a complement goods because they are go together. So that's all about demand, law of demand, demand schedule, and determinants of demand from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Alia Batrisha binti Mansuharman, and I will explain about supply. Supply is defined as the producer ability and willingness to supply different quantity of goods and service at different possible price and time range. And the law of supply state that when the price of goods itself increase, the quantity supply also will increase. And when the price of the good decrease, the quantity supply also will decrease. In other words, law of supply show a positive relationship between the quantity supply and the price of goods itself. So this is the supply schedule and graph. Next is determinant of supply. First, price factor, which is price itself. As the price rise, the quantity supply will also increase. As the price fall, the quantity supply also will fall. And it shows a positive relationship between price and quantities of good supply. Second is non-price factor. First is price of raw material. The price of raw material, which in turn depend on the piece of required input such as labor, capital and land. For example, when the price of raw material increase, the cost of production also increase, thus supply will decrease. Second is technology advancement. Generally, will increase the supply of product. Technology advancement reduce the use of input and cost of production, so more output can be produced using the same amount of input and cost.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Isma Shafrah binti Mansur and my number matric is 2023640858. Today I will present to you Chapter 3 Elasticity. So, what is elasticity? Elasticity is defined as a measure the responsiveness or sensitiveness of quantity demanded or quantity supplied due to a change in determinants. There is two types of elasticity. There is elasticity of demand and elasticity of supply. So, what is elasticity of demand? Elasticity of demand is defined as measure the responsiveness or sensitiveness of quantity demanded due to change in determinants. There are three types of elasticity of demand: price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, and cost elasticity of demand. So, this is formula for price elasticity of demand and income elasticity of demand. So, this is our example question for how to use this formula. So, this is formula for elasticity of supply and how to use the formula.
Next, I will present about market equilibrium. Definition of market equilibrium is a condition whereby quantity demanded and quantity supplied are equal. Now, let's moving on to determination of equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. The price control implemented by the government is floor price, also called as minimum price. floor price is initiated by the government in the agricultural sectors. This helps farmers to increase income. Surplus occurs when quantity supply more than quantity demanded, which 80 more than 60 means that a market condition existing at any price where the quantity supplied is greater than the quantity demanded, as well as when the price is set above the equilibrium price 5 ringgit. The graph shows equilibrium price is 5 ringgit and quantity of tea is 74 bags.
Assalamualaikum. Today I will be presenting about the government intervention in the market of tea. The government intervened in the market by controlling prices of tea production by imposing minimum floor price. Due to COVID-19 factor, the government set a high price so that consumers will buy less. Therefore, surplus will occur. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons of minimum floor price. Floor price protects producers' income based on the determination of price and quantity equilibrium of production of tea. Due to climate change, the producers will get much more income when the season is off. Other than that, government may use the surplus of tea production for future consumptions. For example, the government may keep the surplus of tea for future purposes if there is shortage during the pandemic. The consequences of floor price is that its price is unfair to consumers since they have to pay more for goods and services. For an instance, consumers pay RM4 for a commodity before the imposition of the price floor, while after the government fees the floor price, the consumers then pay RM6 ringgit for the same commodity. Lastly, since the graph shows a market surplus, price floor would lead to wastage of resources because of excess tea supply created in the economy.